How's it going, everybody? This is Linkkleet, and this is going to be a little bit different video than what you're used to. First question I'm sure people are going to ask after I announce this is, Link, I thought this was a gaming channel. Well, it still is a gaming channel, but it's kind of a mutt channel in a sense. We're going to be doing a lot of reviews and, movie reviews, anime reviews. We may be doing some tabletop gaming, things like that. But there still is going to be video game videos, so don't worry about that. These are just little side projects, so if you're new to the channel, welcome. So basically what I'm going to do in this segment is I've got a few requests for this too, is to do some Incense reviews. I know it sounds a little strange, but I really do like Incense, and if I can suggest some good ones for people or save people a couple bucks for not getting some of them, then I'm all for it. So let's go ahead and start. I have two Instances to review today. So the first one is going to be Vampire's Blood, or Vampire Blood. And was definitely an off-brand. I thought I'd give this a first try because just sounded very strange. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. So what I'm looking for is basically I'm going to be rating out of 5 stars. One being don't even touch it. The next being maybe it works for certain situations, but it has to be very certain. Next one would be maybe you can use it for a few things like meditation, things like that, but there's probably better stuff out there. 4 being it's pretty damn good, and 5 being you gotta get this right now. So we'll see if anything ever gets to a 1 or a 5. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. So first thing I'll look for is the smell, just before burning it. I want to say it definitely has a sweet smell, almost like a cherry smell to it, just off the hand. So, okay, interesting. The next thing I look for is, believe it or not, the stick. Is the stick going to be too big? Is it too small? There are some off-brands, especially the cheaper brands, that just basically put like a block of wood in there. So you have to cut it down in order to put it in the incense burner, so that's a real pain. The next thing I look for is packing. So, is this packed well? This one actually seems like it's pretty decently packed, so, nothing's going to be crumbling off, or, just like you do the little slightest movement, things are just snapping. So looks pretty good. So far so good. And the last thing I look for is the burning time, and how fast it burns and all, because that's really important. Especially I am in a meditation again, and I like it to last as long as possible because it really does keep me calm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start burning it. And I'll talk about the smell, and then I'll cut the video to the end of it just to let you guys know how long it actually burned for, and whether it's a good time or not. So without further ado, get this started here. And wait for a second to get a little center going on. There we go. So let's fill up the room a little bit. Like I was saying, for those that watch us for our games and all, we're going to be doing a lot more of these projects. So those are coming in the very near future. And I'm sorry to those guys that have been uploading, because I'm going to put this on my channel too. I haven't been uploading games as often. The reason being is because I've been doing so much stuff, and I've been get things ready to move over to Nori Maki's place, because we are going to live together. Thanks to your bro and that. But if you watch that Chrono Trigger, he totally ruined that. I was going to make a surprise. But there's also going to be a thing where I know it sounds kind of corny, but I'm going to try to speed build SD Gundams for now, and then try regular Gundams. So yeah, a couple of those, but I'm going to wait till probably I move in with Nori, which is, well, it's almost April right now. It's the 30th, but it's pretty much May 10th is when that's happening. So anyway, a pretty nice smell. Definitely smell that cherry and all. I don't really smell a lot of the wood, which is good. I will review this brand I'm talking about, but the one that had like the block on it and all that. You could barely smell it even with the stick right up to your face, and when you burned it, all you really smelled was wood. So it was pretty bad. It was a really cheap brand though. Okay, now I smell the wood a little bit. So it's a pretty decent smell. The smell itself, I'd probably give, if you want something sweet, I'm probably going to say it's a 3. Just because, yeah, there really is that wood smell in there now. But, yeah, I would give the smell about a 3, which is pretty decent for me, anyway. Um, I'm just trying to get over the smell here. But it's still a good smell, don't get me wrong. It still smells kind of like cherry-ish. But, anyway, guys, I'm timing how long it takes to burn for you guys, so I will be back in just a second and let you guys know. Hey guys, I'm back, and it was just a little bit over 30 minutes that I burned, so it's a pretty decent burn time. So overall on this, I'd probably have to say, for me, it'd probably be a 3 out of 5 overall. Now the quality, I would have given it a 4 because, the stick was just, just right. The fit in the Incense burner, and the burn time was pretty decent. The only flaw I really found with it was just that wood smell. It was pretty potent after a while. So overall, give it a 3 out of 5, and that is not bad at all. So it doesn't, it's still a really good product. It's just you have to be kind of wanting in the mood for it. So, but overall, pretty good. So what I have next, and just had it. Pardon me, here it is Dragon Blood Incense by him. And I've tried a lot of different Dragon Bloods before, and that really bad one I was talking about, one of them was Dragon Blood. Couldn't even smell it. Like, even when it was like this close to you, you couldn't smell the dragon's blood. So, yeah. So there's so many different brands of this. The hem one, let's see. I've never really tried the hem. So let's see here. Not bad. The first part of it is just kind of really faint, but after a second you kind of smell it, so kind of a delayed smell, which is kind of interesting. The stick, I'm actually going to have to whittle down just a little bit here, because it's definitely not going to fit in the Incense burner. I don't do this at home. I usually do my teeth to do this, so. It's just the most effective tool for me, anyway. Alright, that should be perfect. There we go. And if you wonder what I'm burning it on, it's just Incense Coffin. So. And here we go. Oh, that did not last long. Okay, so this one, it takes a little bit more to ignite it. And just give it a second here, and I'll talk about while it burns. Okay, this one kind of has the opposite effect. I smell this one more, the incense more, when it's burning as opposed to when it was just a stick. Unlike the last one, which was the opposite. So it smells a little bit more potent, a little bit more florally florally. Can sometimes just can't talk right, but so still haven't smelt any wood smell yet, which is good. But I do have to ding a couple of points for the stick itself. The incense on the stick looks pretty decent, but this one's actually burning pretty quickly. We'll see how much time this one takes. But the way that it's packed on there is, I would say, a little bit better than the Vampire's Blood. Just a little bit. For the packing, yeah, so I'm going to say a 3 on quality, just because of that dang stick. Trying to smell a little bit more. So this is definitely a decent Dragon's Blood compared to others I've gone through before. And one thing I want to say about the Vampire Blood too, I actually had to get that from a specialty shop. So now I'm not sure if I'm able to say the shop name on the video, so I won't. But all I can tell you is it's off of Broadway in Colorado. And I really like that shop too. They're a little expensive, but not bad. So the smell's pretty decent. I'm going to give it probably a 4 for the smell, because I could definitely use that. That's no issue at all. I will say one of my favorite flavors, well, flavors or smells, I should say, even though it's technically the same thing. But one of the favorite ones of mine is, like a rain smell, because I love the rain and all. And I do have a product of that I'm going to be reviewing in the next videos. So really looking forward to that. I've had some good ones, I've had some bad ones, and I'm also going to be reviewing some essential oils, so I'll just show you a little preview of that. So I'll go over those as well, but for right now, let me go ahead and stop the video here. Sorry, something dropped, but let me go ahead and stop the video here, and I will let you know how long it burned for. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back, and this one actually burned almost for just over 50 minutes, actually. So it definitely went for a while. At first it was burning a lot faster than I thought it would be, and then all of a sudden, like right when it hit the quarter of it, it really slowed down. So that's just an inconsistency with the incense on the stick. But yeah, I'm not going to ding points for that, because not every stick's going to be perfect like that. So for this one, the quality of it, just because of that stick, and it was a pretty big size stick for what it should have not been, that I'm going to have to ding it as a 3 just because of that. The burn time, I'm going to give a 5, because basically anything that can reach over 40 minutes is really good to me. The smell itself, I'm going to get a 4, just because, yeah, it really did well for a Dragon's Blood. So it's, not perfect. There's just that little something that's missing there. Probably a more potent smell, because it was kind of light, but overall a 4 on that one. And the way it was packed and all, still pretty good. So I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5, just because of how well it was burning, how well the smell is, all that. So my only suggestion, if anybody from him is watching, is just to kind of watch the sticks. Make sure that they're not too big for the incense burners. But other than that, really good product. So this will conclude this first video of the incense reviews. Definitely actually enjoyed doing this. So if I can save somebody a buck or suggest a type of incense for anybody, then all the power. But if you have any instance suggestions or anything like that, definitely feel free to leave a comment. Any brand, any smell, or any flavor, pretty much. Uh, just leave a comment, and I'll definitely consider it. But in the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. Have a great day.